Hi, we are here live with Terrence Bennett of the Live by Terrence show, and I am Tweety B, and I know that he is interviewing people all the time, and I thought today would be a good day for me to interview him.
Yes.
So, you want to tell us how you got started with the Live by Terrence show?
Well, I always tell people it was by accident. Back in July 2011, I met a lady named Julie. She had a talent scout agency going on in New Jersey, and she decided she wanted to start a radio show. So she asked me to do it. I was kind of nervous. I turned it down in the beginning, and then I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. So I did the very first broadcast, at the Irish Bread Pub in West Point, and I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Yes, I was so nervous. I was like, sounded like somebody the CD was skipping or whatever. But
Right.
After that, I did some more, and then I got comfortable with it. So around October, I wanted to start my own station, but it was geared towards sports because I love college football, and of course, us being in this area, it's a big football state.
Right.
So I was like, I want to start a show. So on Facebook, I have a college football group called College Football in the Valley,
Okay.
and so I was going to do a radio show based off the group, with people posting and everything. So I had everything scheduled, but I canceled the show before it happened, probably like 2 days before that. So I scrapped that idea, and toward the end of November, I changed the whole format. I said, I want to start promoting and trying to help independent artists in this area that might not have the funds or the outlet to get to Atlanta or get some, producer to hear them. So I did my first broadcast on November the 30th with Big Man of True Talk Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
And then ever since then, it's just been a roller coaster,
Okay.
January this year, the CEO of Hype called me and wanted me to be a part of their network. So we have like a cross-promotional.
Okay,
Yeah.
now tell me about the Hype magazine. What is the Hype magazine? A lot of people are not familiar with what Hype magazine is and where they can find them. So tell me a little bit about them.
Well, Hype is a worldwide brand, but they started off in the Midwest. They're located in Indianapolis, Indiana, and so they had the Midwestern market, and then they migrated over to the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, and then it branched off to the West Coast. So you have the Midwest, the East Coast, and West Coast, and part of southwestern part of the United States too. But for some reason, the brand hasn't made it down here yet. But there has been talks about some of the staff members moving to Atlanta to kind of promote the brand better, and they're gonna build a remote office there. So the thing about them that distinguish themselves from the Source and Vibe, they also all about independent artists too, or regional artists. So they have a magazine that integrate the regional, local artists together with the national major artists.
Okay, is everybody listening? Independent Artists Hype magazine is like helping you guys with promotions and different things like that. If it's good enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Check them out at hypemagazine.com.
TheHypeMagazine.com.
Okay, and so how did you get hooked up with Smoking Stacy?
Wow. Well, she went to school with Julie, and that's the person I first did the radio hosting for.
Okay.
It was back in December last year. I wanted to take a break from doing that because I had a lot of things going on with the job I currently had then, during that time. And, of course, it was Christmas time to do shopping and, kids.
Right.
So I didn't have a co-host. So, I asked Julie, I said, anybody that might want to be a co-host? Actually, I had asked Julie to do it, but she couldn't do it because she had other obligations.
Right.
But she said, well, I got this friend. I'm going to see if she want to do it. So she agreed to do it. She finished the month of December off for me. And it came come January, probably about the second or third week of January, I came back online, and then that's when we officially really started working together.
And you two have a funny kind of chemistry on the radio. I love Stacy, but Stacy likes to talk a whole lot, and it's hard for Terrence to say a whole lot. But like, you two work together as a team, and it kind of like works out for you guys because you're kind of like the mastermind of the internet.
No, you know, people say that, but you know, I just learned it just like everybody else. Yeah. But see, actually, the reason why she does most of the talking on the show, I take care of the back end stuff. You know, I load the tracks, so I also be promoting while we on the air. You know, giving shout outs and stuff, and then we also have a virtual chat room that we have going on at the same time.
Oh, wow. So you guys are busy,
yes,
busy.
Yes, and then the switchboard, to watch the switchboard. So, you know, every now and then, you know, I chime in or I ask a question or whatever. But most of the time, I let her take the lead on them. And it has worked, you know.
So far, huh?
Yes.
So tell me about the funding. Like, how do you... I mean, I know, like, the artists that come on, I don't think they have to, like, pay anything to come on. I know... I didn't have to. I've been calling in and you've been promoting my music, so I'm just wondering, like, how do you get funds for it?
Well, there's many ways to get funds. One of the ways we get funds is through advertisement. We use Blog Talk Radio right now as a platform to broadcast our shows, so we get a cut from them too. Advertisements and sponsors that run video ads and stuff during the show. You know, you might have a banner that might pop up on the player. So we get ad impressions from that. And so it, like, someone that's listening to the show, if they click on that or look at it, you know, we get a percentage of that, and then Blog Talk gets the rest. So we get it from that. And then also another way is sponsors. You know, we have now we're about to have about 3 sponsors to be sponsoring the show. One of them being G-Max Marketing, they out of North Carolina. The Irish Bread Pub is out of West Point, Georgia. And then the third one I'm not going to name right now, but we were in close talks of having them as a sponsor. So, you know, with that money coming in, we can promote better. We can, you know, take this artist, sign them up for this account or whatever, you know, and you know, get their music distributed that way. And so that's the way we do it. And then the third way of doing it, we have a donation button too. You know, if anybody that navigates the site, you'll see the donation button. You click on it, you can donate whatever you can, any change you have or whatever. We have a PayPal donation button on there.
Okay, so like if I wanted to sponsor your show, like how do I go about doing that?
Well, if you inquire about being a sponsor, you can email us at thelivebyterrenceshow@gmail.com, and from there, Stacy or I will receive the email, and we will send you back our social media sponsor package, and that you can sponsor the show as low as $5, $5 per show. And right now we have Tuesday through Thursday shows, so that's 3 shows a week. It's $15. But at times, sometimes we'll have a special show on Monday night, or we'll have a show on Friday afternoon. So that's potentially $25 that we can make. And from there, our network is very, very huge. On Twitter, you know, the Live by Terrence has over 12,000 followers, and then we are sponsored by the Hype magazine, so they have over 107,000. So
wow,
so
like being a sponsor would be a plus for
yes,
advertising.
Exactly, because we have listeners all over the world. We have had artists from, you know, the Netherlands, Germany, all the way to the States, and you know, we are expanding and growing. And on our Blog Talk Radio site alone, since October the 13th, when we launched the radio site, we have over 48,000 profile views.
Oh wow!
Yes, so we are getting a lot of hits and a lot of interest,
Okay, well that's hot. There was something else I was gonna ask you. Now, like, I have a brain fart and I completely forgot what it was. So, like, tell me like, if you had a favorite guest that's been on the Live by Terrence show, who would it be?
Favorite guest? I would probably say about my first big interview that was Mr. Dalvin of Jodeci. It was fun. We had a good time. We was just on the air, tripping out like we've been knowing each other for years. He was getting us a story about Prince. You know, he hung out with Prince.
Everybody has a story about Prince. Is that not right?
And so at the time, Mr. Dalvin was dating T-Bars at TLC, and they met up with Prince. And said Dalvin, he thought, you know, him and Prince gonna be talking about music and stuff, you know, whatever. But Prince was on a whole new level. The first thing,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
The first thing that Prince said to Mr. Dalvin is, "Go give me a mudslide." And that voice. And man, we started cracking up and laughing and stuff. I like, man, this sounds just like a Dave Chappelle.
Right. Oh my goodness.
He said, man, you would not believe it. It was just like a Dave Chappelle skit.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, he looked at T-Ball. He's like, what's a mudslide? She said, I guess it's a drink or something. So he went up to the bartender. So he went up to the bar and ordered a drink and brought it to Prince. Prince took the glass, turned it up, handed it back to him, and said, "Will you please give me another mudslide?"
Oh wow!
So Davin told T-Ball, you know, I ain't here to be buying another dude drinks. I was here on business, you know, to talk about music. So man, that was one of the favorite guests we had.
That sounds like a whole lot
of fun. That was fun.
So,
good
like,
time.
you've had some surprise guests too, like guests that pop up that's not actually supposed to be there. Like Twister, I think, popped up on you one time. I know I called in on that show. Yes. That was a big show for me. I was all excited, like, yeah, you know, he heard the song.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Warren G.
Yes.
Now tell me about Warren G.
Well, he released his new track, "I'm Still in Love," and anyway, that's that hot Tweety B, by the way, ringtone.
Okay, so that was
hit up, she got you
live.
But anyway, what was the question again?
We were talking about Warren G here.
Yes, Warren G.
Yes.
Okay.
Stacy's boyfriend that doesn't know it yet.
Yes. So he released a song and everything. You know, I did an article on the Hype Magazine blog and you know, tweeted it out and everything. So probably around about 9 o'clock when we went on the air, I wasn't actually doing the interviews. But I noticed he had sent a link out on Twitter that he was on Ustream. So I went in the chat room with him, and you know, he had his video and everything up. You know, I was talking to him. I said, we're gonna drop your track at this such and such time on the show, and he was like, well, he said, okay, that's what's up. And I said, well, you know what? I said, it'd be cool if you can call into the show tonight. So he didn't answer in the chat room. So you know, he was busy talking about, you know, what he was doing in the studio because he was broadcasting live. Right. So probably about an hour to the show, I said, you know what? Let me text Warren G because we had like 25 minutes left. I said, what's the shot? You know, I had his number, so I texted him. I said, it would be an honor if you can call into the show to introduce your new single, because you know that's what artists like to do when they put out a new single. Absolutely. They want to do get all the publicity they can to push it. So he said, okay, send me the number. I sent him the number. And probably at about 10:20, about 10 minutes before we went off the air, he called in, and of course Stacy was doing the interview. Right. She was saying how much she loved Warren G and everything, flirting with him. Right. And so then after that, he introduced the song, and we ended the show with him introducing the song. Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to ask you one final question, and the question is, where do you see the Live by Terrence show in 5 years? Wow, 5 years. Well, if you go to my Twitter profile, it states near the end of my Twitter profile's status, that the heir to the king of all media, Howard Stern. Howard Stern, he does Shop Jock radio, so he has anybody on there. Right. Everybody, porn star, musician, priest, pope. It don't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would like to do something like that, but you know, I'm not as, you know, I speak my mind, but I also hold back words too, because you know, words can create life or death for somebody.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to take it to that extreme, but I do want to take his business model and kind of implement it to where it fits for me.
Okay.
And then I would like to have just be the king of all media, you know,
Right.
be able to just cover everything, be everywhere. You know, anybody and everybody, or all walks of life can come on the show.
Right.
So that's why I see the Live by Terrence show being in 5 years.
Right. Well, this is good, and this was practice for me. So we're gonna end this on a good note. It was nice to interview Terrence, and Tweety B is out. See you, bye.